So, in the previous class, we have learned about the Mauryas and the Kushans. So, the important things in the Kushan Empire and all, and about the Gandhara art style of Buddha and all. So, let us go to the next topic, that is in history of social science syllabus, that is the Guptas and the Vardhanas. So, here we are going to learn in this session about the important Gupta rulers and also their political achievements, and also we are going to learn about the contribution of the important Gupta rulers to the field of literature as well as science in this today's topic. So let us have a brief look about the description as well as the important images. Dear children, after Maurya and Kushans, the empire of Guptas arose. After the collapse of Mauryan Empire, the northern India was ruled by Kushans and the southern India was ruled by Shatavahanas. Both the empires ended by the mid-3rd century CE. Guptas were the feudatory rulers of Kushans. They were ruling in the present Uttar Pradesh and established the base for a vast empire after the decline of Kushans. Their rule kept North India united from 335 CE to 455 CE. The Gupta dynasty came into power by 275 CE. Sri Gupta is the founder of this dynasty. They started their rule from Prayaga. Later, Guptas made Pataliputra as their capital. Pataliputra remained the capital of a vast Gupta empire. Guptas encouraged religion, art, literature and science during this period. Sources of references. The following sources are useful to know about Guptas. Pillar inscription of Allahabad, pillar inscription of Mehrauli, Vishaka Datta's Mudra Rakshasa and Devi Chandragupta, Rajashekara's poetics, Kalidasa's literary works, Kaumudi celebration of Vichike, the writing of Fahian and Itsing. The king played a major role in making Guptas politically strong. Chandragupta first is identified as the first historical person of Guptas. He married Lichavi princess Kumara Devi. This has strengthened the status and power of Guptas with the ascendance of Chandragupta to throne in 319-20 CE. The Gupta era started. Samudragupta. After Chandragupta, we see his son Samudragupta. His achievements have been commemorated in the Allahabad pillar inscribed by Harisena. This is in Sanskrit language and has been inscribed on Ashoka's pillar. Most part of India was under the rule of Guptas during the time of Samudragupta. His Ashwamedha Yaga brings to mind the Vedic rituals. And traditions. Samudragupta was not just a conqueror but also a great poet and a lover of music. His passion for music can be seen in the gold coins which depict him playing on the veena. The iron pillar at Mehrauli in Delhi near Qutub Minar is important. It is 23 feet height and 8 inches in height and weighs 6,000 kg. It is one of the finest example of the technical skill of the time. It has not become rusty till now. That shows in those days Indians had a sound iron technology. Chandragupta II expanded the kingdom of Samudragupta and brought stability. He defeated the Sakas and made Western India part of the Gupta Empire. He developed relationships with many Indian royal family through marriage and became very influential. On the title of Vikramaditya, his reign is memorable more for the encouragement given to the art and literature rather than for its battle. The famous Sanskrit poet and dramatist Kalidasa belong to this age only. Meghaduta, Raghuvamsha, Kumara Sambhava and Ritu Samhita are his poems. Ritu Samhara. Abhignana Shakuntala is one of his noteworthy drama. Shudraka's Mrichakatika and Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa are other literary works of this period. The Gupta Empire was subjected to continual attacks of the Huns and thus soon declined. The Guptas did not have a fully equipped large army. The king's vassals would fulfill the requirements during times of war. Hence, the vassals had become very powerful. The bureaucracy consisted of Kumara Amatyas. They had various positions. The administration was decentralized. The priests received many grants. They would be granted many villages. Many temples saw development due to this. These areas not only enjoyed the financial and administrative concessions, but also became independent in all matters. However, over a period of time, the inhabitants, farmers, artisans began to be controlled by the landlords. So in this way, society grew more and more complex. During this period, the trade that the Guptas had with the Westerners collapsed. Consequently, their economic system suffered. The restriction imposed on their empire obstructed their internal trade too. Trade was limited to villages. The collapse of trade led to the decline of the city centers. Patliputra got reduced to the size of a village. This period witnessed great heights in the creation of various devotional and religious texts like the Puranas and the Dharma Shastra. Varamihira, Bhaskara, Aryabhatta, Charaka and Sushruta were the great scientists of this time. Varamihira, Bhaskara and Aryabhatta made significant contribution to the study of astrology. So now let us have a look about Meghaduta. This is a poetic creation of Kalidasa and is one among his very famous work. Yaksha is exiled by King Kuber for having neglected his duties. In this situation, the Yaksha stops a passing cloud and persuades it to carry a message of love to his wife who lives near the Kailash mountain. So dear children, we have learnt about the Kalidasa's Meghaduta and also important concepts about that is Samudragupta and the Mehrauli iron pillar. Mehrauli iron pillar, and also important topics about the Guptas, about the Chandragupta II and all. So let us have a look about Abhignana Shakuntala of that is written by Kalidasa, and also the scientists of Gupta period like Dhanvantari, Charaka, Shushruta, Aryabhatta and Vara Mihira in tomorrow's session. Thank you for watching this video.